quick and dirty review in the storage room. The only room that I can do it in. Okay, Mystery Ranch high water sling bag. High water meaning it's their waterproof, not watertight. This is waterproof bag. The series where it's actually submersible. I think it's not just water resistant. So a lot of people just don't know what's on the inside. That's why I hear a lot of complaints. There's actually no reviews on here. That's why I'm just going to do a quick and dirty review and or just overall overview from my initial impressions from getting this from Amazon. About 150 bucks, I think, plus shipping. So finally, what's on the inside? That's it. It's just a mesh, the zipper mesh compartment on the side that doesn't hold much. Maybe your keys or whatever. And just empty space, that's it. So whatever the dimensions outside would be the dimensions inside. Not sure what these side things are. Maybe for, I can imagine that would want to attach something on this to damage the outside maybe. Or maybe this is to attach this back onto something. Let me know what you think. Maybe it's just for like decoration, hooking, like molly accessories. Anywho, zipper is just a normal, this looks like this is the normal, if you can see, tooth style, and that means that this is not watertight. Just kind of with this covering on it. These always end up getting worn out eventually, and they're just meant to be water resistant, in my opinion, from my experience. So when they say watertight, what they mean is this, which is their patent TRU Zip, which has a patent made in USA, reliable, silent, self-healing, waterproof and dustproof, IP67. What does IP67 mean? Maybe it's not submersible, who knows? But I can imagine if you're going kayaking or something similar, like any kind of water, I don't know, fly fishing or something like that. If you want something like this, let's look at this type of zipper. So this zipper is like, it's kind of like a industrial size, like having a Ziploc bag. So you have a kind of male side here. Is this male? Not really. Actually, if I look at it, yeah, it's the male side. There's a male side here, and then the female side here, and then as you zip it, seal it together, and then reaches to the end. And this end has like this thing where it just kind of snaps in, and it's kind of hard to actually pull off from that point. So this kind of zipper, I feel that it's takes quite a bit of pull to open and close. I guess that's the cons in opposite of the pro, which is water tightness. So if you're frequently opening your bag, I wouldn't want to pull it to the very end, because it will be it's very hard to open it from the very close. It's kind of like extra resistance in this, like snapping lock. So yeah, TPU front and back to make it definitely waterproof instead of just water resistant. Other waterproof material that you find in bags is like X-Pack, which I have in a couple bags, and those X-Pack is kind of like Gore-Tex. Reminds me of Gore-Tex. Water doesn't go through it, like rain doesn't go through it, but it does get damp, and it feels damp when it rains. So the material does kind of, I guess, absorb water, but doesn't allow the water to go through. So it does sort of dry. This thing is like the water cannot go through it at all. It will repel. It's just a rubber. It feels like rubber on the outside. RF construction. What is it? RF is like radio. Is that radio frequency when they heat weld it, or high frequency welded? It's all sealed and seamed. All the seams are sealed up. As you can see on the corner, there's a little bit of like the rippling effect, but I'm assuming that doesn't affect the waterproofness. This is attached to the bag. You have a buckle on both sides, and here's adjustable here. This strap is not what I refer to, it's not car belt quality where it's like super smooth. This is just like a generic strap material and nothing special with a buckle, which I'm okay with that. Okay, so I mean, for the price, of course, this is like, it fits in its own niche, I guess. You wouldn't buy this as a laptop bag, right? So it's just something. So what else is there in? Built with 840D ballistic nylon with double-sided TPU, waterproofness, high abrasion, wear resistance, high temperature resistance, low temperature flexibility. Yeah. So who's this for? Where do you need water tightness? This is kayakers, people who are wading out in water to fish, I can imagine. I don't think you need this for if you're in the snow. I use X-Pack in the snow, and I think if you're in I guess a high rain area, you may use this, some kind of high, or I don't know, maybe if you're on a boat for often, and if you know how they have those duffel bags where you kind of roll up the top, those are not waterproof actually. They will actually, water will get in if you try to submerge it. And I suppose this may be better for that. I mean, if this is really airtight, then would this float? I guess this will float, and this could be like a buoy thrown overboard. I don't know. Anyway, most important is I want to show the inside. There you go, mesh. Let's do that. Show the inside. Mesh and just the manufacturing date and stuff like that, and just the main compartment. Yeah. So for the people who can't ever see a review on this stupid bag, including myself, I can't find a review on this bag. But for me, I got this for, I guess, hiking slash kayaking. If I ever go kayaking, this is like, it's been raining a lot in Singapore, so yeah, this will be kind of cool for that. But no organizer inside, so that's a kind of con. So the pros is, I guess, it's super lightweight. It's waterproof on the inside, at least, not this part, water resistant, and the simplicity of it, which makes it light. And then you would have the cons is like this waterproof seal thing is hard to operate, so you may not want to close it all the time unless it's raining, and no organizer inside, so you're gonna have to figure out your own organizers or Ziploc bags or whatever, how you're gonna carry whatever stuff you plan on carrying on the inside. Okay, yeah, that's it. Review. Mystery Ranch. Okay, at the very least, I should test out this thing in water, since it's this marketing point. Some tissue stuffed in it. I don't think this is gonna be waterproof with the 2 style. I think this will be the main compartment. And as you can see, it, like if I put pressure on it, it actually is holding the air. So there's air not escaping. I don't know if I imagine if you jump on this, it would probably explode open the zipper, but you get the point that if it's kind of airproof, it's holding the air, then it should be waterproof up to a point. And yeah, so tissue paper's on in the inside the main compartment, this, and then we'll just hose this thing down and see what happens. Simulate downpour. Oh, full blast. This is full blast. Let's just shoot it right into it. Oh yeah. Okay, that's really a pressured washer. It's really overkill. Misting action. Okay, just gonna give it a nice blue job. Don't forget to check out my review on this product. Anyway, to take a look at it, what looks like it's absorbing water here looks sort of like it's absorbing water. Obviously these little attachment points. Does it look like it's absorbing anything? It looks darker here. I guess it's not absorbing. Is it absorbing? I don't know. What do you guys think? Anyway, we need to check the inside to see how it did. The main compartment. Any trace of water? No. Those are bubbles on the outside. I can almost see that. I can actually see some of the bubbles. But I feel it. Doesn't feel wet on the inside or damp. So the tissue paper is dry. Obviously, you could be caught in a rain shower for hours maybe, or maybe you forgot your umbrella and you're just gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna use this as a umbrella, put it on top of my head while you shield the rain. But yeah, looks good. Okay, now let's check out the main the front compartment. So front, worst case scenario, obviously from pressurized water stream. Plus I'm giving it a blow dry. Oh no. Oh no. And this is why you want to buy a bag like this, which is a watertight with this TRU Zip. I guess this is going to be the standard. And I don't think, is there other alternatives like Chinese gonna copy? But yeah, as you can see, it's completely soaked the tissue, and then yeah, it's wet on the inside. So obviously not, right? This can only block so much, right? There's always going to be a thin gap, and then even when you close this to the end, you know, I'm blasting the water in here. It just can't fully protect it. So yeah, as I assumed that it's not going to be watertight in this front compartment. And that means also as well, when you look at products, that anything that has like this kind of zipper, like water resistant zipper, they're never watertight. It's never completely. So like my X-Pack bags, I guess, have like these kind of zippers, which is more practical for everyday use. So this is why you could buy so many different bags. Every bag fits a purpose. And ideally this kind of zipper is good for daily use, and this is crazy for daily use. This is harder to pull. But I think normal rain, this is gonna be okay. Not crazy, but you know, if you have a downpour and it lasts a long time, this is gonna be the weak point. So what would you put in this front pouch? I guess anything you just really don't care, or that's something that's water resistant, you would want in this front. I suppose maybe people put their phone in here. Phones are fairly waterproof nowadays, so water resistant, like the iPhone. But yeah, maybe this is why it always kind of looks like there's sort of like a water intrusion into the fabric, and I can kind of see the fabric like fraying over here. So it's like they TPU the front and back side, but I don't think they can completely TPU the side of it. Anyway, you get the point. That is the test. This is the overview, not review. I guess it's the first time I didn't even use it yet, but you get the point. Thanks for watching.